Hey Aquarius, welcome to Glow in the Dark Tarot. This is going to be part 2 of your October 2019 reading. I am sorry it's so late. However, let's go ahead and kick it. So, Aquarius, what I was talking about in your other reading, I remember I think my phone died and that was the reason why I had to cut your reading in half. But I remember what I was talking about was this energy that I feel with you guys of kind of stalling, this energy that I feel with you guys of kind of having all these things kind of going on within you, maybe not being able to move on from the past or looking too much in the rearview mirror, or I kind of get this sense of you kind of going through a rewiring period, if that makes sense. I just get this very stuck, almost frustrated, very conflicted, very uncertain, kind of not at rest, but kind of trying to keep that part of yourself low-key type of vibe with you guys. And so I do get this energy, Aquarius, that you are trying to just keep the ball rolling. Regardless of how you're feeling, regardless of what's going on, regardless of the things that are conflicting or within you or around you, you are just trying to keep the ball rolling. And that's definitely what I see. So I'm going to put back the clarification cards here from where we left off last time. Again, I don't think that you are trying to make this part of you or this side of you all too noticeable. And again, I do think there is a part of you that is a bit nostalgic, but I don't think that you have decided to go back to that. You are uncertain about your future or about your next moves, but I do think that even within that uncertainty, you're still aware of all the things that you have to give and that you have to offer. Now, with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Wands, the Emperor all in the reverse, Four of Pentacles being clarified by the Star card in the reverse, King of Wands is being clarified by the Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Emperor is being clarified by the Queen of Cups. So Aquarius, I think that there's something within yourself or within the past or something that you're refusing to not hold on to, that you're also refusing not to shine any light on. I have this sense that you do have this sense of clarity, but somehow or another, I think that messes with your foundation or your idea of a foundation and a form of stability. And I think that leaves you somewhat frustrated. I think that leaves you somewhat impatient. For some reason, Aquarius, you are upside down this month in a lot of ways, but I feel like it's a lot of it is self-imposed. And I don't feel like you are tragically upside down. I do feel like you are just in a period where you are rewiring. It's almost like you're starting from scratch. Now, the Emperor in the reverse being clarified by the Queen of Cups. Again, I do think that you are holding yourself together very well. I do think that you are coming off as very mature. I do think that at least is your veneer. I do think that you are coming off as very analytical, especially when it comes to your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings about things. However, I do get this sense that there is this part of you that does want to control, that does want to control really what's happening around you. There is a sense of control, Aquarius, that I think that you want this month, that I feel like you don't have, but it's right there. I think for this month, Aquarius, in some ways, Gemini is being like you. And I think you need to, in some ways, be like a Gemini. this month. Geminis are growing. Geminis have matured. Geminis have changed. Geminis are different. Geminis are planning on a level and are more analytical on a level that I think that they haven't even tapped into in a long time. Aquarius, I don't really think you need to do that this month. I think you do that anyway on a daily basis. And this month, I think instead of looking back on the past, you need to look towards the future a little bit more. Live in the future a little bit, like a Gemini. You have the Judgment card clarifying the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, clarifying the Judgment card in the reverse here. Three of Cups clarifying the Nine of Swords in the reverse. The Fool in the reverse clarifying the Ace of Swords in the reverse. The Ten of Swords in the reverse clarifying the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So, I definitely feel like Aquarius that I feel like there is something that you don't feel like you have to fight for anymore. And there is a sense of you being right in that. Whatever you haven't let go yet, whatever you haven't completely walked away from, whatever you were fighting for, that you've decided that you don't have to fight for anymore, Aquarius, I think that you are getting some backing with that. It's almost like the universe is saying, yeah, good, great, don't fight for it, please. Don't fight for it. We've been waiting for you to decide not to be protective about that thing or about yourself in that subject or whatever, and not to fight for it. But again, Aquarius, I feel like these things that are on your mind or whatever it is that you're dealing with, somehow or another, you find a way to turn it around to let that be a direct reflection of your stability or what you think that is. It's almost like you feel as though when it comes to your stability and the things that you want to do, or this new venture that you want to take, or the sticking points of your life, or you're skeptical of whether or not the universe has your back with it. I think some part of you isn't worried about it or doesn't want to worry about it, and that's why you're choosing this Three of Cups energy. This is the second time this is in your reading. So I do think, Aquarius, that you are, regardless of what's going on, you are trying to keep the ball rolling, which is not a bad thing. But I do think you're kind of playing it safe. I do think that you aren't interested in taking on any new leaps of faith with things that don't seem right, or with things that don't seem truthful, or don't seem forthcoming in some way. Your feeling of things not being complete, or your feeling of things not being in a space where you can feel completely content. That is bothering you. There is something, I think, that has ended, but I feel that, again, you are attaching that to your stability, to your happiness, to your ultimate wish fulfillment of contentment and there's a part of you that feels incomplete. Almost like you feel like you aren't done yet. Don't mind me, I'm just being nosy with your cards. I was thinking of getting a Vimeo account and doing extendeds on there, since I like to be nosy and tease you guys with looking at the bottom of your deck. And then putting all the cards back together. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section of whether or not you think I should do that, because I was really thinking of doing that. So, bottom of the clarifying deck, you have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Again, Aquarius, I think that a lot of this is just illusions that you are creating for yourself, you know. I think you are being like a Gemini in a way to where you are in your head a little bit too much. And I think that makes you a little bit impulsive. I think that makes you a little bit overexcited. What is it about the past, Aquarius, that is making you so deflective and reflective at the same time, and nostalgic and stuck and conflicted, but fuck that, I gotta move on at the same time? What is that? What is it that has you so in your head, that has you so upside down, but then you still want to move forward, almost to prove to yourself or to people or to things in the past that you're still kicking?